What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for revisiting my channel for the release of my first ever Diamond Fallow Deer. Now, I do want to take a moment to thank those that have supported the channel, that have subscribed and liked my videos. You are so much appreciated to help this channel grow, as I am just a little duckling that's starting out. Um, So, thank you again, and I cannot wait to present to you my Diamond Fallow Deer here in Hirschfelden. Now, I know to some a Diamond Fallow is not a great big deal. After I got the Diamond Fallow, I did some research on it, and it turns out they are a common diamond, or an easy one to obtain. Now, I have hunted quite a few fallow deer here in Hirschfelden, and I have yet to, find one or come across one. Um, so I found this field. I was starting to creep in like a weirdo on these red deer here, and I didn't see anything good because I've hunted a bunch of red deer, and I've already gotten what technically should have been a diamond, but I botched him, of course. After grinding on this multiplayer map, on a different map. It was an extensive hunt. But anyways, um, so I was kind of like just done with red deer. So I was like, I'll just scope it out, see what else we got here on the map. Um, and I did notice like a bunch of species do travel through these fields, and they come here to rest, eat, and it provides, a lot of coverage for you to scope it out. It's an open field. You can see literally everything, and I honestly will definitely be revisiting this spot on my map. Now, take in mind too, I never really explained my playstyle very much. I am currently level 32. I wasn't in this video because, of course, this is recorded way like a few days ago. So I am going to be strictly doing multiplayer to level up to 60. And then I will go to my own maps and see what I have. Because from another content creator, she did say that your own maps have diamonds and rares, or could potentially. So I thought that was pretty neat. So what I'm doing is I'm just leveling up on multiplayer, and of course that has been a task because you either get kicked or people like to troll you, but once you get past it, especially if you're on an emptier server or a more empty server, I think that it is really worth it. So this is what I was going for. I seen a level 4 goose, so I was definitely gonna try to go for him just to get some practice in with hunting bird species. And it's this exact same field that all kinds of stuff just started pouring in. I had hunted a bunch of red deer, I had hunted a bunch of pigs, and I just was not really interested in them. Like that guy, he's not that great. And there's a bunch of does, but they are cute to look at. So I was like, you know, there's nothing good here, there's no rares. I'll just move on. And, he was like, it's just a hunter, whatever. Let's just walk back over the hill. They seen me and they were just like, just the same mutual reaction, except that. Now, yep, there's pigs. There was nothing good there. So I said my best bet is that goose. So I went after him, and of course I'm creeping. And I just, I don't know, this spot's just really good. So if you're looking to hunt something, just go in the evenings. I believe that it was 1400 to 1700. Um, it could be around that time frame that I was hunting. And so I think that that's a good time because it looks like a bunch of species come here to rest and eat. So I thought that would be a good, hint, hint. And I don't know, that fallow deer looked melanistic, but it could just be a dark colored one. I knew I probably couldn't have made that shot. I possibly could, but I wasn't going to chance it because I had what could have been a potential diamond goose in front of me. So, and anyways, he did eventually start to look like a chocolate colored, which I do love that color, but he wasn't anything to go out of the way for. So, as you can see, you got some foxes too that like to hang around there. And so I just creep up to these geese. So as you can see, they're just having a little feast in this field, and I'm going to interrupt their dinner. And he is going to go on my wall. And looks like that was a decent shot. He's, as you could tell, he was going down fast. And I'm just trying to finish a job there, and I suck. And they're all just skedaddling. They're like, oh my gosh, Carl died. They're like, oh my gosh, freaking out and stuff. I could only imagine how trippy that must be, being an animal, and then you just see like your friend or whoever the hell you consider them, just get shot. But yep, so we got that one down. Now, I did notice, because I thought this was a legitimate bird. I guess if you shoot the fake birds, they do an animation where they do this dramatic fall and then they just get back up like nothing happened. So there you go, guys. There's something, if you don't know they do that, if you just want to mess around and you're bored, or you're dumb like me and think that, that's a bird, you'll just figure out that that happens. So I should have known better because it didn't give me, any kind of species info and I couldn't spot it. But, you learn. And look how real they look. I don't know if that's a hawk. I mean, it can't be a seagull, can it? I mean, I don't know. Let's just go forth. So, I have my eyes on this red deer. He was decent. I'm trying to collect, some different types of racks because I think they're each unique. If I see something nice, I'll go out of my way for it, but I don't really care to hunt red deer on this map. I'm more focused on other things like that. So I didn't even have time to think or process anything. I was just like, "Oh crap. I need to just shoot it." Now, as I was clenching my butthole, I got him down and his girlfriend ran off like, "Nope, I don't want that smoke." And I thought my red deer ran off. And so now we will go ahead and reveal my diamond fallow. And I know it may not be much to some, but it definitely was very meaningful because I never shot a diamond fallow deer. I didn't even have to grind or do anything extensive to get this one. So, and like I said, they're pretty fairly easy diamonds. So definitely, was pretty neat. And then I seen that guy coming back, so I was like, okay, we'll go for him. Now, I wasn't too worried about picking up my kill right then and there, like super fast, because I think I was the only one on the server. So I was keeping that one alive. So, you know, I like when that happens because some people, yeah, I ain't even gonna get into that. And I got him down, so I now have three things to pick up. I got that goose, I got this guy, and he is a chocolate fallow. Now, unpopular opinion, I love this fur type out of all the fur types. This would probably be my top two. My first favorite fur type, I would say, is the melanistic. I really want to start getting melanistics, but I will take it. He is absolutely stunning. I was so happy, and I'm so happy I'm able to share that with you guys. Now, I do have to move on to get my goose and my red deer. And I was just scoping it out, didn't see much, but look at that. We have some geese over there. And as you can see, this is a perfect spot for spotting out super far. And it's just loaded with a bunch of species. So this is just a very good spot to scope things out. I love when it's open and you can see everything. It makes your hunting experience so much better. Now it's so cute when you see the birds' footprints because they're so tiny. It's just so adorable. Um, yeah, so looks like we got a medium bleed rate on that goose. So I'm just gonna go pick him up. But yeah, I really did enjoy this hunt. This was pretty neat. I got to add some new things to my lodge and get to look at some species. Now here you'll see I found a ring-necked pheasant, and I wasn't big. I knew he was grounded. I shot him. I just wanted to look at him. I didn't think he was diamond potential, so I just wanted to look because I was always curious on how they looked firsthand. Now I got my goose. He was definitely snacking. I got a decent shot on him, and I just really like the detail they put into the geese. I do have them where I live, as many people probably do. They fly by my window every day, very loud, but they're so beautiful. I really do like the detail that the that EW put into these animals. And the ring-necked pheasant is absolutely gorgeous. I've heard the great one is pretty hard to get. That's one of the newest ones they added, or the most recent one, I should say. But I definitely will be coming back for some of those. All right, so we'll go ahead and pick up my red deer, and we are going to go take a look at my fallow deer in the lodge because I was excited at this point to get him in there. He, oof. I was just so happy about that. Okay, so here it is. Now, I know I didn't get any guesses on my last video as to what fur type it was, so I went ahead, I gave it a couple days, and I was just so excited. I just wanted to get him out there because I have moved on to other hunts and have gotten some really cool trophies. So here he is. I decided to put him in this lodge here where I have most of my originals. I call it Starlight's Originals. And I decided he was so beautiful and neat that I decided to give him his own room. And I am so happy to add this. My first diamond fallow deer. I am elated. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm really happy about this. Even though they are a pretty easy diamond to obtain, I love it. And especially him being a chocolate. I believe that that was an uncommon fur type. I'll have to look into that and learn my different fur types for these guys. But yeah, here he is. I am happy to present him. Look at those monster antlers. I know he's not as crazy as a great one, but for a diamond, I feel like that is amazing. But if you enjoyed your time here with me, I do want to let you know I am very grateful that you have been here on my journey thus far, and I do want to encourage to like and subscribe for even more awesome trophies that I do have coming out. I do want to wish you guys a wonderful rest of your evening, day, morning, whatever time it may be, wherever you're at. And I will see you on the next one.